All right, fans of music, welcome back. It is Dave, the Real Music Observer, observing real music in real time for real people, just like you right there. All right, and yours truly right here. The question has been asked over on Twitter, and this relates to a video by my YouTube colleague Dave Sundstrom, who does a lot of very interesting videos and covers a lot of differing topics. He tends to talk about Steve Perry from time to time, and he has asked the question, should Journey tour with a Steve Perry hologram? Now, if you're unfamiliar with a hologram, you can check what that is out. I know there may be a few of us unfamiliar with what a hologram is, but is a lifelike representation reproduced probably with lasers, I would imagine, or some kind of visual effects to emulate the actual person who either, in the case of Ronnie James Dio, once was. Dio's widow decided to do this a year or two ago and take the Dio hologram out on the road, and yes, people did pay money to see a band playing music up there with the Dio hologram. Now, over on Twitter, the question was, do you think this is a good idea, Dave, meaning me, not the other Dave? And I actually think it is a good idea in the case of Steve Perry. And here's why. There's no making certain Steve Perry fans happy. If you say, hey, listen, we don't have Steve, but we got his hologram, okay? And all of the vocal tracks are going to be taken from the original live performances. Maybe we'll get some music from the Captured Live album. Live in Houston would be a great one to take some audio from. If Steve in his own vault or archives has live performances that haven't been released, and you can almost bet that there are a few of those, it could be an exclusive live event with Journey and Steve's hologram. Now here's a couple of problems though with this. Number one, Steve Perry would never allow this. This is just not going to happen. And number two, the band Journey, I think, is content with Arnell, their live lead vocalist, who, for all intents and purposes, has had this job now for over a decade, and I think his job security can withstand the possibility of a Steve Perry hologram. Now, if Steve Perry, for instance, wanted to do this on his own, apart from Journey, do the Steve Perry hologram solo tour, then there might be something to that. Steve Perry, based on his, I guess, his personality and the things that he's done in the past, I don't think he's going to be promoting his hologram anytime soon, especially since he's still with us. The late Ronnie James Dio, of course, has been gone off of planet Earth for a number of years now, and his widow decided that people needed Ronnie James Dio again. So that's how that all worked out. I don't know if Steve's estate, after he leaves planet Earth, would be willing to do something like that, but we won't know that for probably quite a while, since Steve appears fairly healthy, even though, of course, yours truly had some health issues with Steve. I'm just doing some observations. By the way, some people have asked me about my t-shirt here. This is the band Mass. They are from Massachusetts. They've been around since the mid-'80s, originally on the RCA record label. We used to play them in college. Yours truly was part of this heavy metal show back in the day called The Master of Metal with my buddy Mark, who was actually the guy really running the show. I was just helping him produce the show. And I gotta tell you, these guys were some of the best musicians that we've ever hung out with. They used to come up to the studio, and they were just great guys, and they still are producing great music today. They've got a brand new album coming out on Escape Music, which I'll be talking about more in the days ahead. I'd like to thank the band, obviously, for the shirt, and I told them I would wear it in a few videos to help them, get some interest in their brand new album. So, in any event, that's my video about Steve Perry's hologram. I'm not sure what you think about it. a lively discussion has begun thanks to Dave Sundstrom. Good topic, Dave. It's good that we can kind of work off each other every once in a while, but I don't know. I don't know about anybody's hologram. You know, I'd rather go see a great tribute band with live musicians and so forth, like the Escape Band from Northeast Ohio. Yeah, those guys. Anyway, I'm done with this video. I'll be back soon. See you then.